Hello everyone, I'm George from Ireland. So I'm standing in front of the house of Ruanne Dellal, she really is, since she got married, Mrs. Dellal, who was the wife of the late Jack Dellal. So Jack Dellal at one point had a fortune of over £5 million, making him one of the richest men in the realm. So Ruanne was born in South Africa. I'm not quite sure when, in the early 1950s if I got that right. So she contested the title Miss South Africa, and then she was runner-up for that in 1974. So she got married to Jack Dellal, who was much older than her, well, at least 20 years older than her. He'd been married a couple of times, already had a brood of children. So she was no spring chicken when they got married, but they had a daughter and son. So Zach is the boy, the girl is Catherine, if I got that right. So the boy is born about 2000. He was actually a very agreeable chap. But anyway, so I made a video out here some time ago, and Mrs. Dellal saw it and took umbrage at that, said pathetic weak reporting. What was wrong with it? I welcome reproof. If I said something that was untrue, please draw this to my attention. I'll happily apologise and retract. I said, why don't you grant me an interview to set the record straight? Well, Mrs. Dellal has not done so, so here I'm making this video. Anyway, but her husband was carrying on with the mistress for a while, had a child with her as well. But anyway, when her husband died in 2012, she must have been obviously deeply upset. I wonder what first attracted her to this multi-billionaire. Anyhow, it was true love. But after her husband died, she discovered she'd been left something like only £25 million. I don't know how she managed to survive on that, because there was this place here, I don't know if she still owns it, and a place in Hampshire, one in France, one in South Africa. So there we are, some of this is staff housing around there. So that is Mrs. Dellal, and I don't know what she's doing now. You can tell the house by the mezuzah, as in there's a Jewish scroll in there, written on parchment in Hebrew, something from the Old Testament. But Mrs. Dellal, I think she was Afrikaner originally, judging by her surname. I don't know if she converted to the religion. Oh my goodness, there's somebody in there, a woman, I'm pretty sure it's not her, when she got married. So someone was giving me a dirty look. The dog doesn't like me very much. There's another house up here with a mezuzah as well, as in presumably belonging to a Jewish family as well. So that is them. I thought the security guard must say, you're not allowed to film here. Well, come on, have the right to film anywhere. So that's that. If you're very prominent and very wealthy, people are obviously going to be a little bit curious about you. You will appear in the press. And the Dellal family has things named after them, like a theatre in Israel and things like that. So we're right in the centre of London, just behind Madame Tussauds. Regent's Park is just over here. So here's another mezuzah, but I'm not sure if this one belongs to them as well. I suspect, just by the doorpost, as in Jewish adults will touch it going in and going out. Right, that's enough from me. So I hope Mrs. Dellal would be so kind as to grant me an interview so that she can correct any of my errors if I've been in any way unfair. Toodaloo.